Liam stopped going to his high school reunions, not because he was busy, because he was afraid of one question. So, what have you been up to? Today on Live Better, let me tell you his story. At 27, Liam lived in a small apartment on the edge of the city. Every morning, he took the same bus to the same office job. The work was fine, the salary paid his bills, but something felt wrong, and he could not name it. Until one Tuesday morning on the bus, he opened his phone. A school friend had posted vacation photos, bright blue water, white sand, a smile that said, "I'm living my best life." He scrolled. Another friend showed a new car, someone got promoted, someone bought a house. The photos were so perfect, they almost didn't look real. But they were real. And suddenly, Liam's own reflection stared back at him from the dark screen between posts. Tired eyes, cheap headphones, a face that looked older than 27. They're all moving forward, he thought. What am I doing? At work, he kept his head down. His colleague Anna always had ideas in meetings. His teammate David always got the important projects. When the manager talked about future leaders, Liam knew his name would never come up. He started watching his coworkers more than his own screen. How fast does she type? How does he sound so confident? Every success around him felt like evidence. You are not enough. By the end of each day, Liam was exhausted. Not from working, from comparing. He stopped meeting friends. What would he say to them? I'm still doing the same thing, still living in the same place, still waiting for my life to start. One Sunday, his cousin Mark texted him, "Coffee this week?" Liam almost said no. Mark was one of those people who made it. Stable job, small family, the kind of life Liam wanted but couldn't reach. But saying no felt even more pathetic, so he agreed. They met at a cafe near the park. Mark ordered coffee. Liam ordered tea he didn't really want. They talked about nothing important for a while. Then Mark looked at him and said, "You seem different lately. Quieter. What's going on?" Liam hesitated. Then the words came out faster than he planned. "I just feel behind, you know? Everyone's doing something, and I look at my life and it's just small. Sometimes I feel like I don't even matter." Mark didn't answer right away. He looked out the window, watching people walk by. Finally, he took out his phone and opened social media. He turned the screen toward Liam. "See this guy? We went to university together. He just bought his second house. And this woman here, she's a director at some tech company now." He scrolled slowly. When I see these posts, I could ask myself, why am I not there yet? And you know what? If I play that game, I lose every single time. Liam frowned. "But you have everything I want. You're successful." Mark laughed, but it wasn't a happy sound. "You think so? You see the photo of my kid's birthday party. You don't see me awake at 3 in the morning worried about money. You see the family dinner photo. You don't see the argument we had an hour before. You see my highlights. I see every mistake, every fear, every boring Tuesday." He paused, then said something Liam would never forget. Comparison is like watching only the best scenes of another person's movie and then hating your own movie because you see every second of it. Liam stared at his tea. The words hit something deep inside him. He'd been comparing his real life, his tired mornings, his quiet evenings, his small failures, to everyone else's carefully edited highlight reel. Mark leaned forward. "When I was your age, I did exactly what you're doing now. I thought my path was wrong because it didn't look like anyone else's. But one day, I stopped asking, am I better than them? And started asking, am I better than I was last year? That question changed everything." On the bus ride home, those words stayed with Liam. Better than I was last year. That night, he did something strange. Instead of checking his phone, he opened an old notebook. He wrote, 1 year ago, I was... He remembered. Late nights going nowhere, money spent on things he didn't need, calling in sick because he couldn't face another day, feeling completely lost. Then he wrote, "Now, He paid rent on time. He showed up to work every day. He cooked meals instead of ordering takeout. He read before bed instead of scrolling until 2 a.m. Nothing impressive, nothing worth posting. But quietly, without noticing, his life had gotten better. Not louder, just better." For the first time in months, Liam felt something unexpected. Pride. Not because he was better than anyone else, because he was better than his old self. The next morning, his hand reached for his phone by habit. His thumb hovered over the social media app. Then he stopped. He opened his notebook instead and wrote, "One thing I'm grateful for today." It felt awkward, but he kept doing it. Some days were harder than others. A week later, an old classmate posted engagement photos. The old feeling came back. Sharp, familiar, painful. But this time, Liam didn't scroll for more. He closed the app, opened his notebook, and wrote, "I am allowed to go at my own speed." Slowly, something shifted. He still saw other people's success. The sting didn't disappear completely, but it didn't control him anymore. He spent more time building his own story and less time watching everyone else's. Maybe you're like Liam. Maybe you open your phone and suddenly your life feels too quiet, too slow, not enough. But here's what Liam learned, and maybe you need to hear it too. You're comparing your real life to everyone else's performance. You see their best moments. They see yours. Nobody's posting about the nights they cried, the mistakes they hide, the fears they carry. Your life is not late. Your path is not wrong. It's just yours. You are not someone who is behind. You are someone who can choose to grow at your own pace. Compare yourself only with who you were yesterday. That's the only comparison that matters. Life doesn't change in one day, but it starts to change the day you stop fighting someone else's race. Have you ever felt invisible because everyone else seemed to shine brighter? Share your story in the comments. And if this touched something in you, subscribe to Live Better. We tell stories for people who are still finding their way.